All right, friends, so we are here to talk about our essential question of how does heat transfer between objects? Remember to pause and rewind as needed so that way you can have appropriate understanding. And of course, it's good to make sure that you have something to write on and something to write with so that way you can take any relevant notes that you may need throughout this video. All right, so remember we have three types of heat transfer. That first one that we're going to talk about is conduction. So conduction right here is that direct touch. Remember, conduction, direct touch. So some examples of this, like your hand getting hot holding cocoa or tea, hot road on your feet, or like a hot seat in the car outside of the car when you sit down on that hot seat and you immediately start to get warm because of that direct touch. It's also important to remember right now that heat transfers from hot to cold or from warm to less warm. So whatever is the most hot that's what's going to be that heat transfer from hot to cold. That's why your cup of hot cocoa transfers to your hand because your hand is not as warm. All right, next type is convection, which is those water-air currents. You remember currents are moving around. That was one of our pictures that we used with our vocabulary. And because of that circulation of that warmer water or air, then that go ahead and transfers that heat. So this is like baking in an oven. Most of us have convection ovens, and that's how it's able to bake because of that warm air circulating. Boiling is an example of convection, a hot tub, or even like some fans and AC. And lastly, we have radiation. Remember, which are those waves. So when the heat transfers through the waves, a great example of this is a microwave, and also the sun heats the earth through radiation. All right, so let's look at a couple picture examples. All right, so we have some examples of conduction right here in this first one. Excuse me. Again, holding that cup of hot coffee or cocoa warms my hands. Irons use that conduction in order to iron out wrinkles because you directly place that heat on there. Convection would be like that hot air balloon with the hot air rising, or our oven right here. And again, with that radiation, we have that microwave or the pool heating up because of that sun rays hitting it. So let's go ahead and review with a picture that we see a lot on tests in our material. If I have a pot that's cooking on the stove, the heat rising up from it would be an example of radiation. Convection would be how that water is circulating. That's why we have the hot water there, and it's rising up and going around and around through that water current. And lastly, conduction would be how that pot handle is getting hot because it's directly touching that hot pot. All right, friends, go ahead and make sure that you pause, rewind as needed to make sure that you have appropriate understanding. When you're ready, go ahead and move on to our practice.